I just seen Jacob Israel in 7-Eleven. I seen Mr. Beast. It looks like Jacob's other character, because I think you showed him before in a video, or maybe it's your kid or something. But I sure would love to know who is everybody? Like, who are you, Jacob? Are you Joe Biden too? Behind that mask? And how many other characters in Hollywood are you, and who else are you with political leaders and things of that nature? Because that would be pretty cool to really know who it is that I can tap in. See, the difference between Jacob Israel and basically everybody else on YouTube is that Jacob will do live streams and I can actually talk to him. I mean, live in my life. Whatever we're in, as I've experienced for the first time live, waking up this morning, it's heading off to work again. It's live for me. Even though I've been shown in pre-recorded videos things that I showed in the future that came to pass. And that's where people draw the line with their belief system, with going any further than that. No way, Robin, that's impossible. Nobody can take your footage and that you just did this year and make music videos out of it 30 years ago. It doesn't work like that. I know it doesn't, but it is. It doesn't work that way in a normal human mind. However, it is that way, and it did happen. And it really changed a lot of my thinking as I experienced it. At first it was like, wow, look at this, honey, look at that, look at this, that, the other thing, look how it's identical, isn't it? It's like, yeah, well, sure, but I know, but that's impossible, right? Yes. And then here comes the irritation from it. Here comes the sickness. How in the hell did you take my footage, Bono? And why am I not getting compensated for my footage that I've provided as a director of music videos? Where's my compensation at? So that is the part that doesn't go too well, because it's something that is completely unprovable in actual court of law, but so is gang stalking, and it's just how you handle the unseen broken laws that nobody can do anything about. Being tortured by Saul. When does this stop anyway? I mean, how long does it have to go on for? Saul and Jonathan and the other two sons in the Bible dying on Mount Gilboa, and Rocky Balboa is right up there by that art museum. Well, it is at the art museum, and that's where all the magic happened. So there came that irritation level. And then I think when Derek Bros got up and did a video, maybe not even 10 days later, saying, first thing he shows you is the blinking art museum similarity footage. It doesn't have to be the Philadelphia Art Museum. It just has to be, there's the message right there. Time's up. And we haven't heard from him since, but quick 5-minute, nothing is a coincidence. What Robin just showed you is dead on. It's the truth. It's his footage. It was taken to make YouTube's music videos. And all I can do is show you how similar everything is. And if it wasn't similar, I'm going to be the first person to say, nah, it's not it. It doesn't work. I wouldn't even waste my time. I mean, if I went for 10 seconds and nothing lined up with the footage I did in the art museum and that whole debacle of unraveling of hidden information, I wouldn't persist with it. And those of you that I've persisted with or against, you know that that's true. You know that I wouldn't waste my time. And when I show you something, I'm showing it to you because, well, look at it. Just like when I showed you, just like that earthquake that's, I think it was an asteroid, Steve Bannon said hit. Well, he said, I didn't get to it yet, but I guess I'll wait until he puts it out on YouTube itself and not just Patreon. So, but anyway, asteroids hitting. A big asteroid hit the Earth back on Jonathan Kleck's birthday. Remember? A few years back. Major asteroid hit. So then I felt a little bit better when Derek confirmed, because that's what it's about. It's confirmation, not just by Jonathan Kleck confirming it as well, because that's what happens. If none of you has confirmed anything, and I'm just showing footage that looks similar, it doesn't go anywhere. However, now, you know what? Stephen James hasn't said anything about the art museum footage, have you? Stephen James, Sean, you haven't said anything about, you haven't confirmed nor denied it. Not that I need you to, but it's always nice when someone else chimes in. Now that would be a hard accent to fake. However, hopefully that person is either okay or went to heaven real quick. I used to feel bad for people that died. Like, oh man, it's such a shit. Well, is it? And then where do you go when you die? Do you get surprised? You think you're going somewhere else, like, no. Nope, you're coming down here with me. And then you get offered, I don't know what, to turn to a female or something and switch your, hop into, maybe something if you're a dude, right? You die. Here's Satan, you meet Satan. You're on the, they already popped your brain out of your head, right? If that's the case. And then they plug you into a computer, and then it's like Satan's talking to you, and he gives you an option. You want to go back up? You want to go back to Earth? Here's what I'll do. You have to go inside of a female's body this time, all right? And then you're gonna, and then you're gonna assimilate to a locust. Oh, and you're going to listen to what I tell you to do. And then you come out and you become a gang stalker. You become a male gang stalking female, tricking God's angels. But if you deny it, he's going to tell you that you're going to get burned in hell. You're going to get burned forever, and you don't know the truth, so you're already dead, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I want to go back home. I mean, I want to go back. I love the world. And then you go back to the world. But if you just wait 3 days, that tactic doesn't work, and then you go to heaven. So wouldn't that be crazy if your decision making happens when you actually die, with the knowledge that you know before you die, that determines how you get to heaven or hell? Because ultimately it's like Satan has his last chance with you. You lived on this earth, you did whatever it is that you did, good or bad. If you go to heaven, you're leaving this flesh and you can't sin anymore anyway, no matter what. So, but then how did the angels fall from heaven and sin if they were already up there? That's the tricky part in this whole scenario. But anyway, enough of that. The truth is this: God will be exalted on this earth, because that's where they came to find God, right here. The decision makers above, the decision makers below. Enki and Enlil and Marduk is I believe, from what I learned, Marduk is supposed to be the one taking over the earth. And Marduk would be, I think, Enki's son. Or Enki's child, however you want to say it. I don't want to get, locked up for saying different pronouns. Because I don't care who you are. I don't care what, male, female, whatever it is. Who cares? Are you abusive to your relational partner? Are you manipulative? Are you a liar? For wrong reasons? I understand, I'm letting Stephen James get away with some things because he's a liar. But he's lying in a funny way about me, and he has been for years, and that's his job. His job is to trick everybody. His job is to lie to his people about me, and then in the end turn around and say, psych, psych. It's not that complicated to see it, really. I'm the truth. I'm not a lie. I'm the truth. Stephen James is the lie. Because I've never had somebody lie about me like that before, ever, and consistently do it. It took a while for me to get used to that and understand it. It's like the Gang Stalk Corporation. It just takes time, because it's a real mental challenge. Me living on this earth, knowing that everybody's controlled, knowing that my life has already been recorded. Those of you know what I'm going to do next. You already know. But don't think you're slick because you know what I'm going to do next. Just because I already did it. And some people you could play tricks on me because you already know my future. And then you can act like my future is in a different direction and say, here, come over here. But it's really not. So, but there's really only one person that I can tap into live and talk with, and that's Jacob Israel. And it's funny that he really has been good to me over the years. I just didn't see it And meaning, like, he's given me he's just acknowledged my existence, which is pretty cool for you know, somebody that isn't even from this planet, that is running things from above on a higher level, and already knows my life inside and out from beginning to end. So it's pretty cool when Jacob, whenever he does a live stream, and I have this ability to just get his attention and talk to him and hold a conversation live over the airwaves for the world to see. And because, I mean, how many people watch how many people watch a live stream of Jacob Israels? Sometimes at least 1,000 people can comment at any point. Jacob chooses to answer my comments, because I've seen him dancing. I've seen him dancing before, and then he's like, Robbins, that's not me dancing. Oh, well, that's Elon. Right. And then, because I did see him dance before in one of the little short videos. And just that communication back and forth, it helps with my, whatever it is I'm going through here that I publicly talk about, for everybody to listen. And you can chime in through comments or videos. But the main difference between everybody on YouTube and Jacob Israel is the fact that he'll do live streams, and, well, when I first caught on to it, yeah, it was Jacob. It was Jacob that initiated the XApp reality as to what can happen when I push that record button. He shows me things that I'm going to do next. Live, like live, as he's live on the YouTube platform. Even though it could even have been a recording from 2,000 years ago, but for me it's live. And on 3/22/2023, he showed me the art museum front house building as I was showing it, as he was showing a similarity on his video. That started the whole entire. But I thought, well, you know where you only knew that because you're live and you're watching me with your other camera, and you know where I'm going to be. You know what I'm going to do and say. And then it became more elaborate than that, because then it was more of a mind blower, where I did this art museum footage, and lo and behold, the whole entire 17 minutes was a color scheme, just the same as U2's videos, the same one I was playing with the soundtrack on the XApp going through the art museum. And then that's what changed my entire perspective of everything, and it became a roller coaster, up and down, and sickness, disgust, and joy, and happiness, and I want to throw up kind of thing. Because it's like, well, what's the point? What's the point? What are you taking my footage for? Who am I to even? How does that even happen? You know, I can't prove it to the average human being, right? I can't prove it. And even if I do prove it, the common question will be, so what is it? So what? Even if it's possible, yeah, they took your footage. Where's your money at? Exactly. Why do you think I'm disgusted? Why do you think I'm sickened to death by it? Because it's something that was trying to be hidden. Now, what if I didn't even decide to go on YouTube and try to figure things out? That would have been kept secret my entire life, and I would have died and not even have known that you two took my video footage to make videos 30 to 40 years ago, and I'm only 46 years old, and I just recorded it a couple months ago. Yeah, it makes no sense, but I'll tell you what, if you have eyes to see, you can't deny that you're seeing what I'm showing you. You can't deny that. You can if you want, but you really can't. So obviously, the way to solve all this, you want me to back off? Pay up. It's time to pay up. I think my birthday would be a perfect time for that too. It's 46 years old, is coming to an end. 4th of July is 6 days away from that birthday. I believe the 50-day Jubilee, I think, is that from, was that May 21st? May 20, no, it's my birthday, it's about 40 days. Almost. It's almost fit. I think it's like that. July 4th from May 21st. But regardless, I do believe Jacob Israel knows exactly what the world script is. No question about it, because he's writing it. And Stephen James Sean has the world script in his hand. He doesn't talk much because I think he's too busy being Jacob Israel. That's what I think, and I don't know for sure, but the dragon is going to be wroth with the woman Israel, bringing forth the child, the man-child. So when you see, all right, so John DeClerc is always pointing at himself as the dragon, Satan. Can't get away from it. By angel of the bottomless pit, the one in charge of things in the underground world, which dominates the above ground world, which is this. So all the gang stalking that's being done from the angel of the bottomless pit to those up here that are controlled. And it, you know, it's hard to have respect for anybody really who's part of the Gang Stalk Corporation, because you're being controlled by something that you're not able to have strength to say, nah, I don't want to be part of it. And that's why the devil has more respect for people that turn him down. He doesn't like it, but definitely has more respect for you because you're not part of his organization, and you're not going to be. And then again, at some point, time's up. Time really literally is up. It's over. The devil lost. He already knows he lost. I've already showed him he lost. I showed the devil he lost just by showing him that, hey, it doesn't matter if people don't believe it on earth, anybody that's watching my video, I'm showing the devil the truth. Bono, you took my footage from 2 months ago, and you put it in your YouTube videos 30 and 40 years ago. Because that's a fact, it's a truth that's unprovable, but it's provable just by saying it because I know it's true, and so does the devil. The devil works in mysterious ways. I don't know about God. God reveals stuff. The devil conceals stuff. So she moves in mysterious ways. The devil. She has enlarged herself. I mean, all is forgiven already, but that final, I'm still driving to work. Look, Pons, Lee Hockey, and Wilson. I need a lawyer But I need a lawyer I need a witch lawyer. And then I need a witch. Yeah, there you go. I need a witch lawyer. I need a witch judge. As a matter of fact, I need to be surrounded by witches in my courtroom, because they know that they have crystal balls. And they can see clear. They can see my future. They know that that's true. So it's easier to convince the witches that Bono took my footage and used it, and I want my compensation for it, because I'm tired of waking up and going to work and wasting my life. So that's really it. I'm tired of wasting time. I'm sick of it. I know I have to deal with it, but there's something that I did that will be there's some repercussions for things like this. And truly, I think Bono was just playing around when he said that bald-headed Q guy over there, the one that took the With or Without You out of the trash, and Gavin Friday, and said he's never getting paid for it. I think he was just kidding. It looked like he was just kidding. Because you know the future too. You use my footage, of course you know. So if John DeClerc is Satan and the dragon, and so you get the 3 unclean frogs on one channel, at least the 2 twin switch, because you could have 3. It could be Enki, Enlil, and Marduk. It could be Peter, John, and James. It could be, I don't know, anywhere in the Bible. It's always a group of 3. But you're all in on it, so it's all a script. And Jacob Israel clearly has shown he's a script writer, and that he's writing these scripts. He's telling us what's happening in the world because he's the one making it happen. But that would be the divining serpent, which means the serpent isn't just one person. It's, you know, because there's a dragon, there's a beast, and a false prophet. They're all thrown alive into a burning lake of fire that proceeds out of the mouth of the one who is able to burn them with the word of God. So they get consumed by this fire. It's a consuming fire. Even the reptilian, you know how Kleck shows you the 2 T-Rexes, they're really next to the baby Jesus in the manger, because where he's birthed at is a feeding trough. It's where you get fed. It's where the animals get fed. They get fed by that child. So when they're consuming, when the serpent, when the T-Rexes, when Akhenaten and Nefertiti, when the one is eating the child, it's consuming what the child is providing. It's not that he's actually eating his own child, although, yeah, before children are born, your sparks of life are children. So, and then that's where that burning your children alive comes from, because they're, I don't know, however you guys do it, some kind of heating system in your stomach or something. AI mixed. Weird reality that we're living in. So, when compensation comes my way, and the gang stalking corporation stops gang stalking people, when they set them free, I'll be pretty happy with everything. I'll be happy because I put in a lot of work that it's, look, I make video after video after video after video. according to the record, I don't get many views. I don't even get many comments. I don't get much of anything. But that's not an issue with me, because I know the first view is the most important one, and that's all I need. Number one. I don't need anybody to comment. I don't need anybody to even really respond towards anything that I'm saying. It's nice to get confirmation, like just, you know, John from Denver? I'm sure you're not, but you could be. At least in this world you are. When I showed things like similarities, the art museum footage, and then I show you Marina Abramovic, and Christopher Green he's admitting that that's who he is, and then I show you the similarities, and then there's an app, and then John from Denver shows the app that it was dead on, 96% similarity. Well, that's the same app that if I take my art museum footage and I do the same thing with that app, it would come out to 96 percentile, same thing. Same shape, same shadow, same size, same color scheme. But I don't know if there is an app for that besides my own brain. So what my brain perceives, apparently it's dead on. So you can either take it or leave it. I know who's taking it, the ones that did it, and I know who's leaving it, human beings. Just merely plain human beings that think with human thoughts. It's impossible for you to understand it. And I'm a human being just like you, but I'm the one that went through it, so it's a little bit different. I went through it. I've experienced seeing footage just appear and it's yours. Look. And I did it again at the down the shore as I am showing you a Jacob Israel video. How does that happen? I pushed the pause button. I looked at other stuff. I waited. I walked back again after the piece of glass was in the sea. I walked back after the 5 minutes period. I may have paused it for quite some time, and I went back, and lo and behold, there Jacob is being shown, and then I'm walking along the way, and then he's pointing at the boat. Get in the ark, get out the ark, get in the ark. And that's what they do at it's called the White Throne, or the Great White. Great White what? Well, one side is the Great White roller coaster. The other side is the Serpent roller coaster. I wasn't on the Serpent side, so maybe the Serpent was going to be wroth with the Great White side, where Jacob Israel was showing me, get on the boat, get off the boat. He was showing me that Will Smith turned into spaghetti, as he said he went to the gym. When you go to the gym, you know, it's been said you turn into spaghetti, like, because you're just so, you worked out and you're like spaghetti. So he's kind of showing that, saying that he's Will Smith. He was turning into spaghetti as I showed the spaghetti rails all at the same time, and the star and the boardwalk and Jonathan Clegg, same thing. I tapped into both of them at the same place at the same time. That's why it ended there. That's why Jonathan Clegg showed you look down at the orange thing, because from Google Maps the trash can is orange, and he even showed you the etched in the concrete that looks like sand, a piece of glass that said ends here, and I showed you the piece of glass. So it definitely ends here, but how does it manifest in my physical world? How does it end? How does it end here? How does it transition from Fantasyland to everything I've been saying for the past 6 years into actual reality, and you start seeing me at 7-Elevens instead of Mr. Beast? Or just you can keep the name, just replace the face. Because that's a major YouTuber that I just seen at 7-Eleven as advertisement. So all you gotta do is erase his face and put me there and sell the same damn candy bar. So that's how it's gonna work. You're gonna start seeing me in different places, and then once you start seeing me on the TV screen, on the mainstream, on the TV shows or the movies, I'll take my little portions and my clips just to like appear there. And you may not even understand why I'm even on the show. I may not even say anything. I might just make an appearance just to make people think. And who's going to do that for me? Well, Jacob Israel will. That's who. And then if that's the case, and you're representing Israel, then obviously the dragon's going to be wroth with you. The dragon's going to be a little upset because maybe the dragon was MK Ultraing me, and then Jacob's like, no, wait, hold on there, Johnny. Look, let me tap into Robin live. Let me do a live stream while he's at the Philadelphia, the William Penn building, where the Will I Am, where I'm at. Let me do a couple live streams and tap into him live and guide him in where, just because if I'm doing pre-recorded videos, it's not the same as a live video, tapping in live and then X-apping it live. It's different because I can be shown things immediately. I could also be set up as a trap, but at least it's live and I could be guided in a safer direction. So it's kind of the way that's panning out now with the dragon, but at the same time, the dragon consuming its own child, and then being consumed is like eating like bread, food, it's drink. But I also know that everybody's in on it. Everybody is in part of the script. You already know the end to the beginning. And it's just a matter of time. And I need to figure everything out this way before it all happens. But the main way to get rid of my angst of everything is to pay up. Pay up, because it's not like I'm asking for handouts. I'm just demanding my compensation for being a music video director for YouTube. That's all.